everyone, my name is WongChunTatt and I am a PhD in Management student from Inti International University, and my paper's title is Perceived Organizational Support and Organizational Commitment, a Sequential Mediation. This is the agenda of the presentation from introduction to conclusion. So this is the pie chart, and from this pie chart showing the manufacturing industry contribute around 25% of the national GDP of Malaysia, which is very important to our Malaysian economy. And the current research is focusing on the organizational commitment to address the challenges in retaining employees. In this case, the perceived organizational support plays a crucial role in predicting the organizational commitment, and the current researcher has incorporated both work-related stress and job satisfaction as two sequential mediators to link the relationship from perceived organizational support to organizational commitment. The unit of analysis in this research are blue-collar manufacturing employees. This is the JDR theory as the underpinning theory of the current research, which is about the balancing of work demand and also the job resources to come up with either positive outcome or negative outcome. When the resources are more than demand, it can produce well-being and results in positive outcome. Using the similar logic, the theoretical framework is shown as illustrated. All the solid line represents the direct relationship and the dotted line represents the indirect relationship. So these are the specific hypotheses stated from hypothesis 1 to hypothesis 9. The last three hypotheses are the main contribution of the current study, which referring to the mediation analysis, specifically hypothesis 9 about the sequential mediation by considering work-related stress and job satisfaction both as sequential mediators. So for sampling, the current research adopt a multi-stage probability sampling by using stratified sampling to divide the companies by size, which are large, medium, and small, and simple random sampling to randomize the blue collars and collect data from the randomized blue collars. And for the data collection, all the survey are conducted in physical, which is walk into the factory and engage with the blue collars to collect their response. As the result, 488 responses are collected, and after the outlier deletion, the leftover is 466 reliable responses. And these 466 data will be analyzed using the structural equation modeling, specifically partially squared, by analyze their measurement model and structural model. This is the theoretical framework illustrated using the smart PLS software. When the arrows are pointing out from circle to rectangle, means that this construct is measured reflectively. When the arrows are pointing inside from the rectangle to the circle, showing that this construct is measured informative. So these are the results of the reflective measurement. The current researcher has removed one item from intrinsic job satisfaction because the outer loading is lesser than 0.7. All the rest of the items are higher than the threshold value of 0.7 for outer loadings, Cronbach alpha, and composite reliability. And all these items has a higher AVE, which is more than 0.5, and all VIF of the items are lesser than 5, showing that these reflective indicators are valid and reliable. For the second order measurement construct, it is only for the multi-dimensional construct, such as job satisfaction and organizational commitment. From this table, we can see that the extrinsic job satisfaction and the continuous commitment both has insignificant outer weight because their p-value are more than 0.05. However, all of the formative indicators still can be retained because they have outer loadings which are more than 0.5 and their VIF are all less than 5. So after assess the measurement model, we come into the structural model assessment, which is to test the hypothesis from hypothesis 1 to hypothesis 9. So from this table, we can see that all of the relationships are significant because their p-values are less than 0.001. And by comparing the last three hypotheses, we can see that stress plays the highest mediating effect because their standardized beta is the highest, which is 22.5%, followed by satisfaction as the mediator, which is 13.4, and lastly is the sequential mediation. By incorporating both work-related stress and job satisfaction as sequential mediators. As the summary, all of the alternative hypotheses are accepted from hypothesis 1 to hypothesis 9. So when we prove that there is a sequential mediation in the causal chain, there are a very significant theoretical implications, which is the current research has bridged the knowledge gap by incorporating both work-related stress and job satisfaction in a sequential mediation model. For the practical implication, all suggested practical actions are aligned with the United Nations Global Compact principles, specifically with the themes of labor and also the human rights. For example, the TVET program, referring to provide some on-the-job trainings to the blue collars, and it can help them to improve their technical knowledge, and by doing so can reduce their work-related stress, enhance their job satisfaction, and ultimately improve their organizational commitment. So by doing so, the commitment to sustainability development and corporate responsibility has been signified, as well as the main objective of the current research has been achieved, which refers to foster higher organizational commitment. However, this research is not without limitation. First, for example, the current researcher is a cross-sectional study and only focusing on the Malaysian blue-collar manufacturing sector. So the future researchers can focusing to adopt longitudinal design and employ online survey to make the data collections more efficient. And they can also do some JDR intervention studies by focusing on team level and organizational level instead of individual level, and consider some factors beyond work, and consider different settings, different work settings, not only the manufacturing industry, not only the blue collars, but also other work settings. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you everyone, and now is the Q&A section. I will stop my recording now.